My name is Cassy Summers. Welcome to the Curious Universe podcast. Welcome to this episode of the Curious Universe podcast. Today, I would love to explore with you the energy of like a Christmas wish. Okay. Now, not all of you listening celebrate Christmas. Some of you might hate Christmas, but then you saw the title of this and you clicked on it anyway. So there's got to be some magic here for you, right? Growing up, I loved Christmas movies where some miracle happened. It was like the Christmas miracle. And, did that come from a more religious point of view? I'm not sure. For me, it wasn't about a religious thing. It was about magic. It was really about people being willing to put aside their differences, put aside their limitations, put aside all of this stuff that bogs us down and receive something truly miraculous, something kind of beyond the standards of this reality. So what if, not just at Christmas, but always, but what if this Christmas you were granted a Christmas wish? You could wish for anything. And you might not get it on the 25th, but what if you knew that you would receive it? A lot of us look at wishes as some like other universe, like a different timeline, like, oh, I wish that this would show up. But there's no actual acknowledgement that that possibility is a choice. It's kind of like, hoping that some power that is bigger than you, which there is no power bigger than you. You are the power. You are everything. You are the universe. But this idea that something bigger than you might grant you this wish if you're what? Like good enough, valuable enough, you do enough, you sacrifice enough. No. What if wishes were just like beautifully decorated requests of the universe? So it's your birthday, there's a candle, you make a wish, you blow. There's a wishing well and you drop in your coin and you make a wish. You have a Christmas wish this Christmas. All I wish for is this. Maybe not all you wish for, but I wish for this. What if you're willing to give yourself a Christmas wish and participate in that wish coming to fruition as if by magic? Now, participating, engaging in that wish does not mean that you're doing, and working hard, because that is the opposite of as if by magic. The elegance of as if by magic is just truly asking of something and receiving it as if by magic, because magic has that sense of ease to it, that non-requirement of the work. So what would you wish for this Christmas? And would you wish from the space, from the awareness, from the possibility of it actually coming true from you and the universe, creating together, playing together, actualizing together? How much fun can you have? As a kid, we are allowed to wish. We are allowed to just pretend, make believe, fantasize about all the things we would like. I want a unicorn. I want a flying pony. I want a dragon. I like, it's like we can play in that, but it's always with this, but you know that those aren't real, right? Like you can ask for a unicorn and you're going to get a stuffed animal. You're not going to get an actual, like, physical unicorn, as in the magical creatures that used to live upon planet Earth, unicorn. So that twists it, right? That starts to kind of put it in this other area. So when you have this Christmas wish, whatever that is, we are in this a bit of a interesting place because we are looking at, oh, I wish for this. This would be so amazing, right? But then we've been taught to be realistic. I Be realistic was kind of the like the thing pushed at me my whole life because I would have the most fantastical ideas. And it was always be realistic, Cassie. Be realistic. Well, that's not realistic. That's not realistic. And it grew to like hate that. I hated be realistic. I never wanted to be realistic. I wanted to be magic. Magic is not realistic. Have you noticed that? It's not realistic to have magic, yet magic exists. Magic is all around us, within you, within your life, within the earth, within the beings of light, within the elementals. Magic is truly everywhere. It is real, and it is definitely not realistic. So these Christmas wishes have to invoke magic, right? Because if you're wishing for something big enough, like if you're just wishing for, I just wish to have, I don't know, like a Christmas without, you know what? I was gonna say everything I thought of, I was like, that could be big for someone. A Christmas without fighting. That was always a big wish of mine. And there would always be at least 30 minutes of my Christmas where I would look around and I would go, wow, no one is fighting right now. I got my Christmas wish. For other people, it's simply like I would like food on the table. And that can sound scary, but that was also Christmas wishes I had growing up. Like, I just hope that we get to eat. For other people, it's like my wish is to like travel. I want to go see the pyramids. I want to go to Machu Picchu. I want to, other people like, oh my God, as a kid, it would be like you're wishing for snow on Christmas. Like, can it snow? Because not right now. I don't want it to snow right now, but on Christmas I do because it just makes things so magical. And I remember wishing, wishing, wishing one year for snow. And I got disappointed. I was like, oh, I guess it's not going to happen because there's nothing in the forecast. There were no clouds. There was some snow already, but it was like I wanted like fluffy, fresh snow. And one of my sisters had said, well, let's just go out and like the snow at that point, if you know much about snow, living in Canada, where I live, you kind of learn a lot about snow. It was more the icy, like it had kind of melted a little bit. It's like not super fun to go sledding on. And she's like, let's just go out anyway. So I'm like, okay. So we go out. And about 5 minutes later, I'm like laughing and lying on the snow, looking up. And out of nowhere, like all this snow starts to fall. And I was like, I got my Christmas wish. Those moments. That's what I want to invite you to today. What is that for you? What could be those magic moments that you could wish for? As big as you want to wish for, and as like subtle and gentle as some snowflakes. What would you wish for? What if you dared not wish for that you could wish for now? So see, people, they sometimes they dare not wish for something because either they have decided that wishing creates expectations and that their expectations are not going to be met, and then they're going to have to live with that and it's going to hurt and they're going to be sad, right? Other people dare not wish because they actually know their potency and power and that it will come true. Now, cognitively, they're not thinking that. No, no, they've made some other excuse up. But if you look into the energetics of it, if you look into it, wow, then you can actually perceive that underlying awareness of I dare not wish for it will come true. And here's the thing is you could wish something right now here with me. And it might be related to Christmas Day and it might not. It could take years to show up. It could. Sometimes the universe has to rearrange everything for you. And sometimes you have to get over some shit before you'll receive it. But what if that doesn't make it less magical? What if that's just the way that it's going to show up? What if the more you wished, the greater your life would be? And again, not from that a wish, a dream, a hope, that like non-tangible thing that you kind of just I'll give it over to God or to the higher power or just like, you know, what if you were really willing to wish from a space of knowing that so shall it be? Mm. Would that change anything? Wow. So everywhere you have watered down your asks by wishing for it instead. Will you destroy and create that, please? Right, wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all 100 shorts, boys, povads, creations, species, and beyonds. That was the Access Consciousness Clearing Statement. If that's new to you, please go to theclearingstatement.com and check it out. It's a magic wand we use here to clear our energy. So we bring out energy and then we use a clearing statement to clear it out. Pretty simple. But if you want more, go there and check it out. And it just changed. So if you heard, oh, 100 and you're like, what? Yeah, the clearing statement just changed recently. What a miraculous thing. All these years I've been in Access, and it's only been the last couple of years that it's changed because the world is changing, because more is possible. And with that, there's more magic available. There's more magic possible. And it is our requests of the universe that are going to shape that new world. It is your request. You can ask for things that I will never ask for. Not because, for a million reasons. One, I mean, never considered it. I didn't live the life that you lived. I don't have the same awarenesses that you have. And this goes for everyone across the world. We all have things that we can ask for, that we can wish for, that we can't expect someone else to bring it into the world for us. What if we were willing to grab hold? What if we were willing to know the potency of our ask, the potency of those true wishes, those true wishes, those magical requests of the universe and of yourself, because you cannot leave it all up to the universe. It has to include you, whether it's just your energy, whether it's just your willingness to receive, whether it's just your brilliance of the even being able to form the ask into something that can be brought into the world. It's so valuable. It is so valuable. So what would you wish for this Christmas? If you could wish for anything, what would it be? If you get anything out of this Christmas holiday, what would it be? And if you don't celebrate Christmas, just if you get anything out of 2025, you could get anything out of next weekend, today. If you could wish every day of your life, if maybe, the genie in the bottle, and you don't have three wishes forever and that's all you get, you have infinite wishes. You have infinite requests. You have infinite asks. And the more you ask, the more you request, the richer and more wonderful our world becomes. So what could you wish for? And please look for those moments, okay? Look for those wishing moments and look for those moments when that wish comes into actualization, like that little kid looking up and the snow fluttering down, okay? The song When You Wish Upon a Star. You've most likely heard that song, the Pinocchio song. There's an energy there of where for you, like however that's shown up, maybe it's you've looked at the stars and you just had a sense of like an opening of possibility. Use that wishing moment. And what could you wish for in that moment? You know? Sometimes it's like after you've just been with like an incredible lover and you're lying out and you're kind of tired but also excited and there's just this like opening of something. What could you wish for then? Hmm. What could you wish for standing in the line at the grocery store? Would you wish for you? Would you wish for the world? What could you wish for that would create a greater world for all of us? So notice those wishing moments. One way to acknowledge that is to look over your life at those moments where there was some opening and you went, oh, and you asked for something and that something showed up. And again, don't let time be a factor in there. It may have not showed up for 6 months or a year, but it showed up, showed up, those openings. Now, you don't have to wait for an opening to have a request, but I wonder if you played with those wishing moments, what else would show up for you? And would you acknowledge all the wishes that have come true as if by magic? How many wishes have truly come true for you as if by magic that you haven't even acknowledged? And it could just be that one moment, right? I talked about with my family, I wished like, what would it take for us not to fight tomorrow? Because there was a lot of fighting that would go on, especially around Christmas, all the stress and pressure. And no, I didn't get the whole day, but there would be a moment. There would be like 20, 30 minutes every day where there was no fight. Wow. There was peace. There was joy. And when we acknowledge those, even if it's just a moment, it grows and you get to have more of it and you get to have more magic, more possibility. What could you wish for? And what could you invite other people to wish for? Like, would you be willing to invite others to, some people have like a Thanksgiving tradition where you go around the table and you talk about what are you thankful for. What if you had like a wishing tree or a Christmas wish or like what would you wish for in the next year to show up for you? And that could be something fun you could do with your kids, with your family, or even just with yourself. What could you be wishing for? And if your wish was as powerful as your choice, which it can't be, then what will show up? You see, we think choice, a lot of us don't get the power of choice. And there's a lot of places where we feel we have no choice or we can't choose exactly what we'd like to choose. Let's say I was going down to the car dealership today and there was like, here's a car that's in my budget and here's a car that is not in my budget. And I've decided I can't choose that. I only have, these are like the only thing I can choose. Well, that's not entirely true. That is not entirely true. What if acknowledging that other vehicle, whatever it is that's drawing me, the aesthetic, the power of it, I don't know, the wealth of it, it doesn't matter. What if I could go, hey, I'm choosing that. What would it take for that to show up in my life? What would it take for me to be driving something like that? That's my Christmas wish. I've chosen that car. Now I might choose to like buy this one in the time being, like, and you know, I might choose this one as well, but I've also energetically chosen this other car. And if I choose that car, I know now it took me a very long time to get this because my whole life showed me the opposite was true. I know now when I choose something that I will receive it. It is already mine. I've chosen it. It belongs to me. I have it. How it shows up, I don't know. That is the part that the universe gets to do for you. You don't have to worry about that part. So if you were willing to be that with every single wish, one, you might be a little bit more aware of what you wish for. Because what if you only wish for that which you truly desired? And with that, with every ask, with every wish, with every request, what if you had with it the choice, the acknowledgement of that you're choosing it? Not, I hope someone deems me as worthy enough to give it to. That's how I used to live my life. And when I asked from that place, my wishes never came true. And it, for a long time, I bought that magic must not exist. I was wrong. And it always felt like a struggle. When you know without doubt the power of your choice, wow, what a different playground. I'm having that. I'm choosing that. And again, don't expect it to look a certain way because that's a killer of magic, form and structure. Because that, I might be like, I'm choosing that car, and then I might get actually an upgraded, better model of it next year. It's still my wish coming true. Often it is greater than we ever imagined possible. I hope this podcast contributed to you. It was very different exploring this topic. And what are your wishes? I love to hear them. If you want to type them in the chat below, tell me some of your Christmas wishes. What can we contribute to each other's wishes this year for yourself personally, for the people you love, for the world, the earth, the animals, nature? What could we be wishing for that we haven't yet wished for that would change everything? Thank you so much. Oh, little invitation. I'm doing a free clearing marathon on this amazing YouTube channel, which is probably where you're listening to this, unless you're on Spotify, and then you can jump over to YouTube, or it's on my Facebook channel. And it's just every day I'm going live at different times, and I'm running this clearing about wealth and magic. And maybe that's a wish of yours, to have more wealth and magic, and that this is your wish showing up differently than you ever thought possible. So we'll maybe put a little link in the description here for you to find all those different ways to jump on, and there'll be replays. And yeah, how much fun can we have having a very different, very magical holiday season? Bye for now. Thank you for exploring the curious universe with me. Your curiosity matters. And what if together we could create a greater, more curious world?